the sinners in the evening, you found your way to Gutterforge FM on 66.6. We is the hum of the underhive. I am preacher, but I don't sell sermons. I sell stories. I tell secrets and I find you the safest way home. I'm all ladders that still like you, count helmets that don't, and read the gospel that you write. On tonight's show, it's a special one. Roll call from the Sump. Who runs, who rules, who the wave past, and who will let pass through you. Keep your shadow small and your breath honest. Let's begin. Quick update for all you dome runners and map writers out there. When I say something's safe, I mean it's safer than the alternative. When I say don't, I mean write your will first. You're listening to Gutterforge FM on 66.6. We are the hum of the underhive. Don't you dare touch that dial. This one's gospel coming straight from the SUMPtrollers. Turns out there's a slaver outcast gang working down there going by the name of the Rusty Nails. Savage brawlers with the talent for turning scrap into leverage. First on the list is a big one called Gothmog. He's a foreman with a short fuse, and if he smiles, you'd probably best leave like the room owes him something. My advice with them is trade straight, don't have a flinch, and if they start to help you out, choose the help that doesn't bite your back, know what I mean? And now, once again, an interrupting word from our sponsors that nobody ever asked for. Crow's Nest Ammunition. If it clicks, we fix. Say Gutterforge and get a fistful of stub rounds that promise they will try. Mourner's Laundry. Blood out by dawn, or it wasn't blood. Dust Lung Tonic. It's herbal, it's industrial. It's plausible, and side effects include optimism. Treat it with skepticism and some additional chems. Here's another one for you. A bunch of looters called the Pale Horse Posse. Turns out they're a road crew with rituals. Tolls by charm or by bruise. Frontman's called Howler. Voice that turns exit into urges. Big bell ringer hears trouble before it even vibrates. And roadkill's a driver that makes corners confess. Pearl selling hymnals with her pistols. 2 verses and no chorus. Flex proof that posture is a weapon. Chainlift landings, they belong to them. And in the fast lines in between, I would show you a coin before your courage. If they say one stair down, just do it. Pride is not sufficient armor. And now, a word from our newest sponsor as my fame and reputation continues to grow. Welcoming to the show, Rust Monk Relics. Sanctified scrap or your money back. No refunds, no guarantees. Quick notes for the dome runners. Vent line K is safe. Vent lines L through J, not so safe. And absolutely do not go there, for the love of all that the Emperor sees is the Goliath territories. Fiddling with their chems again, and they're basically running rampant on Frenzon. Keep your head down and your stubbers close. Well, would you look at this? Coming up from the SUMPlayer, got news of some rather disgruntled corpse grinder types. You know, the people that grind your bones to make your bread and turn it into corpse starch, and sometimes get a little bit weird and bitey, you know, that lot. Anyway, there's a group of them, they're headed down to the Sump, called the Everdamned. Yeah. Procession of bad ideas and even worse overcoats. They collect debts and witnesses. Big lad, jargon, mask, voice and verdict. Boulevard is architecture with a set of fists, and the executioner, well, he does what it says on the tin. Anyways, keep yourself safe if you're near the transit spine, because that lights up the noose's nerve, know what I mean? It's best to walk in crowds and never solos. Keep your lamps behind you and your exits ahead. Quick update from the Sumpsayers down south. Dome runners beware, safe enough is vent line J7, single file, saintly presence. Not safe There's pipe walk 7 attached next to it. Turns out bone arithmetic's going down with some big lads and angry fists. And very not safe as the ever faulty St. Grimes lift. Make sure you dip before the hymn does. And now for some charming pirates and market magicians. Basically a set of jokes with sharp endings. Snow White, Cage Catalyst, that's right. She smiles at you and you'll be paying twice. Comes along with a band of merry little men. Sneezy, Chems, Breezy, bring a cloth. Happy, he's a hive man, your best friend until the bill arrives. Sleepy will wait longer than his bullets travel. Doc, well, medicate or poison, it depends on what your invoice says. And Bashful is a scout who is not. Grumpy's muscle that doesn't do metaphor. And Dopey, he's a coin flip of chaos. Anyway, some Doc A and the stalls near that wobbly fence, that belongs to them. Buy fast, pass boring, and don't stop for samples. It's on that, that's what you've given me. Anyway, this one from the Sump Sayer is a bit of a sermon himself. This is about the Church of the Eternal Growth and Zeal with Buckets. Saint Malachi, the Sump Baptist. I think he's maybe having some issues, but he's going to spread the good word first and ask questions later. Brother Ezekiel Scumhook, he removes sins and sometimes wallets, just keep it close to yourself. And Deaconess, the Red Tide Roof, sermons you can bleed to. Oh, we love you, House Cordell, you absolute lunatics. Anyway, my advice, let faith pass first. Keep yourself the penitent man and keep your matches in your pocket. No Prometheum, nowhere near. You ever wondered what Chimerax smells like? Well, dear listener, you know as well as I do that I fancy a gamble now and again, and I would be willing to put some hard-earned credits on the Sump Spiders. That's right, little play on words. Spider hunters called the Sump Spiders. See what you did there. Anyway, you need to appreciate the humour from these up-high maniacs as they gun us down in our sleep. Right, so I reckon they're going downside to deal with whatever it is this maniac group of the Church of Eternal Growth have decided to disturb its holy slumber underneath the sump. At least they're leaving us alone for a bit, so that's nice. Anyway, they're aerial hunters with elegant problems led by Grimhilda Cage Catalyst. Wonder if there's any relation there to one of the earlier gangs. Who can say? Anyway, bit of a maniac, cuts paths only others can see. One of them, Correa, Amir, Orante, duelist, mistakes costing blood. Regime Santai, nets, knots and no witnesses. And backing them up's Phil Dionco Iron, tech tamer, drones must kneel. And then in the background, leading back to him, is Mad Captain Ahab, who harpoons the arguments. I'd stick to the high catwalks if I was you. Keep your courage narrow and look up clipping, and do not be picturesque. Ideally, try and not look like something worth killing, but for these maniacs, who can say? It's a deal, it's a steal, it's the sale of the fracking century. Crow's Nest Ammunition, that's right, sponsor of the show, if it clicks, we fix. They're doing an outstanding deal just for you, my lovely listeners. Check it out below, because if you don't listen, then you don't know. Dear listener, riddle me this. Verdict and I can't quite come to a verdict on this one. You get yourself a cyber mastiff, starts off more mastiff than cyber, then, you know, underhive things happen, and then he ends up a bit more cyber than mastiff. At what point have you no longer got your original dog? And then if you replace something on it, do you have a new dog? I don't know. Victor says yes. I say, I don't really care. Pour me another one, please. You've been listening to Gutterforge FM on 66.6. We're the hum of the underhive. I've been Preacher. I'm the one at the wire on the ones and the wounds. You've met the names. Now walk the underhive like it's about to remember who you are. Tomorrow we test the listener's shortcut along the transit spine. Saves 10 minutes or costs 10 teeth. Anyway, sleep like you wrote it. Wake like you stole it. Gutterforge out.